If you don't deal with past trauma, you will recreate it in your future in some other form. This is what happened to me. I had things happen to me in my childhood, I had things happen to me in my early life that when I had them happen to me, I didn't know how to actually deal with them. So I stuffed them into the subconscious. I just kept moving forward and trying to ignore the topic because it made me feel unwell. But later in life, I kept recreating the same feeling over and over again. For example, my dad left when I was 5 years old. I never really coped with that. So I kept going place to place, always feeling alone, always feeling like I needed someone around, didn't feel comfortable alone. You know, my main thing was I wanted someone to be around. I wanted someone to care about me. I wanted someone to be there that wouldn't leave, right? And this was a major thing for me all my life until I started to actually deal with the trauma and look back on it when I was older and process all the information, and I was okay with it. Then at that point, I was able to be by myself and be okay again. I was able to actually function without someone else's approval or support, right? But it was very difficult because I couldn't overcome that and get to that place until I looked back at my past trauma and rewired my thoughts surrounding it, changed the events and how I interpreted them, right? And this is what I saw over and over and over again with myself. I've seen it with clients. If you have past trauma and you haven't changed your story about that trauma, right? And you're still a victim in that story. It's still something that has affected you and has impacted you, and now it's changed the trajectory of your life, and you're the victim, as I said, and not the victor or not the beneficiary of it. Then you're going to have this thing following you, and you're going to see reminders of it. And what happens is you will recreate situations that feel very similar to it, because this vibration, this that you have, that you're emitting constantly, of being alone or not being good enough, or never being able to be able to get approval from others, whatever it is, this vibration will constantly be emitting, and it will be attracting life circumstances that will recreate those feelings. This is the secret of the law of attraction, metaphysics, that whatever feelings that you're emitting, emotions you're emitting, will attract future circumstances, which will reproduce that emotion, right? And this is why people stay stuck in the same loops over and over again all their life, because they're unable to get rid of the past stories about what happened in the past, change their story about it. So they stay stuck in the past story and they recreate a story in the future that looks very similar to like it. That's why a lot of women who are abused, they find the next guy who abuses them and the next guy who abuses them. It's like until they let go of what happened in the past and realize their role in it and realize that they made choices that put themselves in those situations, they stop becoming the victim, then they will keep attracting themselves to those circumstances which will produce suffering, right? And this is anything, whether it's chronic illness, whether it's addiction, whether it's heartbreak, whatever it is. You have to let go of these emotions. You have to realize that everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. Everything is temporary. So being attached to things, all that, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. You got to go ahead and deal with the unresolved trauma. Focus on resolving the inner conversation. The conversation that you have when no one's around, the lights are out, there's no music on. Start to have conversations with yourself. Deal with that internal dialogue, because that's what's going to make you happy. That's what's going to set you free. You can't keep distracting yourself forever. It is not the solution. Thanks for watching. Go to my website, endsickness.org. I have hundreds of other videos and articles talking about healing yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. Take care.